Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, so we're building off of our factoring. We're gonna add a little purpose to it here by using that factoring to solve quadratic equations. First thing what we got to do is we have to get this equal to 0. So we're gonna move this 2 to the other side of our equation. To do so, you just do the opposite. It's just like moving things around when we were solving equations. So get rid of that positive 2 by doing its opposite, by subtracting. You want to subtract that with the term that it combines with. It doesn't combine with the x squared. It doesn't combine with the x. It only combines with that plus 8. So 8 minus 2 becomes 6. So now we're going to take this. I'm going to take it to a Jamboard so you can see a little easier. But we're going to take that factor, and then I'll show you how to solve. So we have x squared plus 7x plus 6 is equal to 0, because I moved that 2 to the other side by subtracting. So now we're going to keep this as equal 0, but we're going to factor this side here. Notice the a value is that invisible 1, so we only have to worry about the c value, the constant, and we're thinking what two numbers multiplied to make 6, but add to make the middle. So I'm going to have my x and x in the front, and then 6 becomes 2 times 3, or 1 times 6. 2 plus 3 makes 5, doesn't match, so we must need the 1 and 6. Everything's positive, so let's keep everything positive. I got x plus 1 and x plus 6. Now, before we were done, right? We were factored, we were done. Now we're adding purpose to it. Now we're understanding why one might want to factor this stuff out. It's to solve an equation. When you have this stuff and it equals 0, you could use what's called the zero product property, which means you could take each parentheses and set it equal to 0. Now, this only works because if you times anything by 0, you get 0. So if I take any one of these parentheses and turn it into 0, this whole thing becomes 0. That's why it works. So let's take one of these parentheses and set it equal to 0 and find one of our solutions. Do so by solving just like everything else. Get rid of that plus 1 by subtracting. 0 minus 1 equals negative 1. There's one of my solutions. The other one, same thing. X plus 6 equals 0. So get rid of that plus 6 by subtracting. You get x is equal to negative 6. There are my two solutions to our quadratic. X equals negative 1, x equals negative 6. So let's go back to the delta math, and let's put those answers in. I want negative 1, and I want negative 6. Did I write those backwards? And that's okay. Move the 2 over, so we get 0 here. It's important, very important that we get 0 on that side. Once you do, you could factor. Once you have those parentheses, set them equal to 0. Boom, there's your solutions. Let's do another one. Take a look at this one here. This time we have a couple of things we got to move. The key to like seeing what to move, guys, it's easier to work with your x squared if it's that positive 1. So if you have a negative x squared or something like that, you might want to move it. If it's positive, keep it. We'll move the stuff from the other side. So we're going to move this negative 9x by doing that opposite by adding it. We're going to move this negative 16 by doing that opposite by adding it. So x plus 9x becomes 10x. 0 plus 16 becomes 16. So I have x squared plus 10x plus 16. X squared, 10x plus 16. And this all equals 0. Now that I have it equal to 0, Let's factor this thing out. Still equals 0, but we're going to set up our two parentheses by looking at our values and seeing which combo matches the middle. I have a 1x squared in front, which is perfect. It means I don't have to worry about it. I can just put my x's in front. I have a plus 16 at the end, which means I need to look at factors of 16. Let's say 16 times 1. What else do we have? We have 4 times 4. And we have 8 times 2, right? We're trying to make 10 in the middle. You could probably see which one makes 10 in the middle already, but 16 and 1 makes 17. That's no good. 4 plus 4 makes 8. That's also no good. 8 and 2 makes 10. That's the combo we want. So we take the 8 and the 2, put it at the end of our parentheses. It was positive 16 and a positive 10, so let's keep them both as plus. Now I've got it factored, equal to 0. I could take each factor, set it equal to 0, and then solve. So x plus 8 equals 0, and x plus 2 equals 0. Get rid of that plus 8 by subtracting. 0 minus 8 is negative 8. Get rid of that plus 2 by subtracting. 0 minus 2 becomes negative 2. And there's my two answers. Seeing it a second time, does that make a little more sense? We want negative 8 and negative 2. One shortcut that I want to give you, as soon as you get to here, as soon as you factored it in equal to 0, notice it's just the opposite of what's inside. Plus 2 becomes negative 2. Plus 8, answer is negative 8. So some of us, mentally, we could get to our answer a little faster. Once you get the parentheses and it's factored out, you just go the opposite. Okay, I see plus 2 on the inside, my answer must be negative. I see plus 8 on the inside, my answer must be negative. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to call it a video. So looking at this one, oh, nice. We only have to move one thing over. It's that negative 6. Let's move it over by doing the opposite, by adding it. So I add the 6 to the other side, only combines it with the constant. So 21 plus 6 becomes 27. Let's go x squared minus 12x. Oh, geez, that 12. Plus 27. And that all equals 0. Factor this thing out. Since I have it equal to 0 now, I'm looking at factors of 27 that add up to make negative 12. So since it's negative in the middle, I need negative factors. Negative 27, negative 1, negative 9, and negative 3. I think we already see where this is going. Negative 27 and negative 1 becomes negative 28. Does that match the middle? No. Negative 9 and 3 makes negative 12. Does that match the middle? Yes. So I want x minus 9, and then I want x minus 3. Remembering that shortcut, you could already predict what this is going to be. You could already predict what those answers are going to be. Opposite of minus 9 is a positive 9. Opposite of minus 3 is a positive 3. But I just want to show you, because it's the video and it's the first time, I just want to show you why that shortcut works. You've got x minus 9 equals 0. You've got x minus 3 equals 0. Do the opposite of minus 9 to solve. You add it. 0 plus 9 becomes positive 9. Get rid of minus 3 by adding it. 0 plus 3 becomes positive 3. Sorry, that's really bugging me here, guys. I don't know about you. That was really bugging me. Okay. So that's where it comes from. Opposite gets you your answer, a little shortcut. But you could just take them, set them equal to 0, solve. You get the same thing. So in this problem, x was equal to 9 and 3. Email me if you have any questions. We'll talk to you guys soon.